Welcome, everyone, to today's live stream, episode number 6 of our Solasta Crown of the Magister Palace of Ice DLC gameplay series. I'm Commander Jorval, and I want to thank you for coming along on our journey today. So, admin notes. As you can see, we are now on Saturday mornings for this live stream. We're going to continue here until the end of it, and about that time, we should be ready to jump into early access for Solasta 2. That's kind of the plan. We'll see how well it plays out when we get closer to March 12th. But that is the release date for early access, which puts us 4 weeks from today. Well, 4 live streams, including today before we would be starting it. So looking over what we have left to do, it's going to be close. I'll say that. It's going to be close on whether or not we finish. So what I'm thinking about doing is delaying KCD2 for a little bit, having a one-off live stream next week on Sunday of a new game that I was invited to the closed playtest for by the developer. Maybe do a couple of those, and then by that time we'll be getting close to early access, and if we still have episodes to go in the Palace of Ice, we'll continue those on Sunday, and we will move into the early access for Solasta 2 on Saturday in place of this. So there may be some fluctuations as we go here, but I did want to move this to Saturday, just for a couple of reasons also, in addition to everybody being able to watch it on Saturday as opposed to Sunday. It gives me a little more time at the end of my weekend to get ready for work on Monday and all of that sort of stuff as well. So I do want to keep this going here in the spot. We'll just kind of see how the timing works out as we go. Speaking of that kind of one-off or maybe 2-episode string of live streams, the game that I was invited to play is called Warhounds. It's in their words, a spiritual successor to XCOM and Jagged Alliance. It is that same turn-based strategy game, like both of those games were. Especially a lot of XCOM vibes in it. I didn't play XCOM on stream. I played it off stream in a personal playthrough, but never got to it on stream. We're going to throw this up. There's no embargo on any of the gameplay, and I do have, I think, 4 Steam keys to give away. So this week, this coming week, pay attention to my social media and to the post tab here on the channel, and I'll be putting up some more information and maybe putting together a giveaway for my channel members first who may want a Steam key, and then everyone else after that. So like I say, keep a heads up for information coming out here on the channel, and we'll see what y'all think about Warhounds when I get into it. So I think that's it on admin notes. Oh, and hey, Rudi, welcome. Hope you know that if M shows up, you two are he's gonna be a little grumpy with you. And just fair warning. And for those of you who didn't know, I asked Rudi, as one of the channel members who was in the episode last week, if we should extend the episode and go long, or if we should call it there and wait until this week on a big fight cliffhanger, and he wanted to wait until this week. And one of my other channel members or one of my other subscribers was a little grumpy with that decision, so I kind of got a chuckle out of it when he posted that comment. But so on our recap, Last week we had started working through the Northern Clans faction quests, and we're probably 2/3 of the way through those right now, and we're going to get we're going to get back into it and kind of finish that off and see how much time it's going to take us to finish that, and then see if we can get out west and start up with the Western clans. But for now, let's go ahead and jump back in here and start in with this big fight here that we put off last week. Yeah, Rudi, it was pretty comical. Okay, here we are. Now, you remember we had spent some time kind of setting this up, and the Poison King here is the main enemy. He's a Sorak. He's a legendary Sorak. We've moved everybody back here into this spot, and there's not a lot of area to walk around back here, and we left this trap in place. So what we're going to do here is we're going to start this off with M. And we're going to move up here until we can get a shot off. Okay. So here we go. Let's see, what arrows are we using? Okay, we're going to use the +1s. That's fine. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this started off. Okay, so got some decent damage there on him. You also see we have a Hezrau here, a Fiend. We have a Sorakath Harasser and a Devastator. So we've got some pretty high-end enemies here to deal with. So let's go ahead and get M back here. That was, I should have known. I don't know why they decided to pass through traps. They should have paid more attention to that when I was watching it. Now they're definitely going to be able to walk through here. I don't know as if that's going to matter as much, but still, it was a stupid mistake. And we can't get any shots from here, I don't think. Yeah, too far. But we will ready up a ranged attack. And we're gonna ready up another. Actually, we won't. We'll ready up cantrip, see if we'll be able to knock people back, and ready a cantrip. Okay, so he barely moved at all. Okay, so let's see. We can hit the harasser from here. And I'm not worried about... And that's one of his legendary actions. He can sap health from nearby allies to heal himself. And I'm all about that. I mean, feel free. I am not going to stop you. Okay, so I can't hit anybody here. So we'll just ready that attack. Okay, so let's get ready for this. I can kill him with that. I can't hit anybody else in here, so we'll just stack the third one there and definitely get a kill. And this is what happens in this fight. Once you get that first kill on the harasser, for some reason they tend to bug out if you are way down here. I do not know why that is. I have no idea why that is. But that's what they tend to do. I'm gonna move up here. Keep getting shots on the Poison King because he'll use his legendary actions to basically start killing the others. Just like that. So we'll change to the crossbow. I'll start working on the Devastator here. Okay, and I should be able to get everybody. Yeah, I can't land Malediction. But with her long strikes on her she can't. Thought she'd be able to reach. I don't think they're gonna move, but they don't tend to move out of this area. They just tend to stay in here. He's actually coming out. Okay. That's not a problem. I actually like them coming out. It makes it easier for me to get my ranged attacks off. Because I can move back into that area really, really easily. That's like 60 hit points I didn't have to deal with. Driller hits so hard. Okay, so whittling them down, we'll move back. And this probably will get me a kill.
Solasta, evil.
Would it be close?
Mummies.
And is he gonna move? Nope. So when you're back there in that spot, like I said, there isn't any pathing way for them to get to you. So yeah, back here, there's only a one gap or a one tile width here. And there's only a one tile width there. So there's no way for any of them to get back in here to this group of tiles back here. So they just sit there and take it. So again, utilizing terrain to our advantage. Rudy's back in a corner there. He's back there for a very particular reason. I'll explain that here in a minute. Yeah, so by putting Rudi back here in this corner, when the harasser, if it was still alive, would have come through the trap, would have gotten up here and run into this spot, there's a chance he would attack my bard, in which case Rudi would have gotten an extra attack with his reaction for Sentinel. Normally when enemies come in, they attack the target that's straight in front of them, not the one that's off to the side. So that would have more than likely given Rudi a free attack. So that's why the positioning was like that. That's a kill. Okay, Sharon's gonna pop down here.
Solasta Evo. Rudi.
And we'll get guided survival, see if we can get some more bestiary information here, especially about the Devastator, which we don't have yet. Okay, and I got the Hezro. Did not get the Devastator, though. Okay, so some more arrows. And last one here. Some more poison bolts. Okay, now our loot for this fight is here. Let's go take a look at that. Okay, so we've got plate armor. I think that's just regular plate armor. But we'll find out. Okay, so yeah, that was just regular plate armor, so let's yeah, I can't. We'll get this busted out. And we'll release the lava. Okay, we do have another lootable down here. Get rid of that trap. And I think that's it for the eastern duct. Now, we want to manually head back for this next one, and that's because there's a fight back here. let's go into cautious mode. Yeah, we'll bring everybody up here. We'll deal with this corner here. Looks like a pretty good choke point. And we will slowly move out here around this corner. Okay. Because you're going to get another fight that happens here on the far side of the elevator. And yeah, I think I would like to start this off here and drag them back. Okay, so we have 2 fire elementals, 1 jester for now. That's going to change. They're going to get reinforcements. There's going to be a lot more of them. And 1 abomination. Yeah. Okay, so now I'm going to start making my way back. Can I get up here? And remember, elementals have a lot of movement speed. Okay, so let's in here and we will get darkness up. Okay, so who can be hit? Just this one. Move here, still just that one. Yep. I'm thinking here. Yeah, I will. She can't hit anybody from there. So this Jester's going to get tore up, I think. Okay, so a bunch of key points. So stunning strikes on. He saved against stunning strike, but that's not going to save him overall. Got Aura of Righteousness, giving him another +5. There's a crit. Monk's OP, right? And there's all the Fire Jester reinforcements that they got. So we're going to focus on the Abomination. The Jesters are all out here. They tend to surround you. So you kind of need to be a little careful when you're out there, because they do pop in all around the map. So if you're fighting in here, you're going to be surrounded by them.
Arcana Evo Almes.
Where am I on bestiary knowledge about fire elementals? I'm good. Fire jesters, I still need one more. Okay, so let's not bring out... That's interesting. What's going to happen if I drop him in the lava?
Solasta Evo.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That's going to hurt. I've never done that before. I didn't do it on my personal playthrough, so... Okay, I will have to remember that. Now, fire jesters should not die in lava, but I have a feeling they're going to.
Solasta Evo. Varys.
No, I just killed him outright. I wonder if the fire elementals would have died. Problem. So we'll ready that for when they come around the corner. Can I hit anybody from here? No. So we will again ready that for when they come around the corner. Not entirely sure what's happening here. Got 4 fire jesters that are on the map. Only 2 of them are showing up in the turn list.
Arcana Evo. Almes.
Solasta Evo. Mavis. Solasta Evo. Mavis.
Okay, and I did get the last one on the fire jesters. That's a little weird. Those 2 did not join the fight. Yeah, that was weird. Okay, so there are the last 3.
Solasta Evo. Mavis.
There shouldn't be any problem. Sharon will probably end up just taking all of them herself.
Solasta Evo. Mavis.
And this should end it.
Solasta Evo. Mavis.
Like I say, when you go into that fight, stay back and trigger it from as far back as you can, so you can avoid being surrounded by the jesters. The jesters have an AoE fire attack. That when there's that many of them, things can get a little iffy. Little giant strength potion. Okay, so now let's deal with some of this around here. I don't think we can get it. This leads us into the other room after the puzzle's done. So let's go ahead and loot the stuff out here, and we'll head on to the next lava duct. Potion to comprehend languages, always nice to have that. Oh, and I do have something back here. Yeah, we'll just have Sharon go get it. Okay, and we have this path over here, I'm gonna have... Ready to loot this, because we have another path over here. So nothing here, so let's head back through this way and we'll go into cautious mode when we get here.
Hey, you shouldn't be here.
What is this machine? They're hijacking the lava flow.
To keep the Perlevin Gardens in perfect state.
Don't tell anyone, please. We just obeyed Broder's command.
Okay, and that's going to start a new quest, Hanging Gardens. Here. So, disabling, or, the Perlevins have disabled the heat generator to redirect that heat to somewhere else.
Perlevin must prevail. We cannot let you report this.
I shouldn't have to waste a whole lot of resources on them. Okay, so like it said, that choice is going to have consequences later. Everything we're doing down here is going to lead into a kind of a final confrontation with what needs to happen with the speaker. Okay, so let's open up this duct here.
Arcana Evo Almis. Arcana Evo Almis.
Oh no, what?
We should find answers in the document that the guard gave us.
I don't know if you saw what happened there. So, what happened was we were all standing back here. I triggered my cantrip, clicked 1, 2, 3, and clicked a 4th time accidentally. And what happened is that while the spell was being cast, it got a movement notification to go to that location. So then everybody moved, started tracking toward that location. Rudi immediately jumped into the lava, and then as soon as the spell or the cantrip hit, the lava appeared and killed him. And then Droval decided that, yeah, okay, yeah, that path of movement's still active, so I'm gonna go jump right in the lava as well. Yeah, great. Well, that's why we have raised dead scrolls. Still stupid. Okay, so now the heat generator. So the way the heat generator works is you need to have one person standing on each of pedestals. And she needs to dismiss her demonic flight. Okay, and now you see that these handles have appeared. And what you have to do is in each pedestal there's a lit up location. You need to move the valve until it lines up over that lit up location. Just like that. Okay, this one's already there. I don't know if you have to move it again, or if it just being there by default is going to work. We'll see here in a second. Worked.
That should be good for the heat generator. Let's find a way out of this.
Okay, so now that's going to start the fire and ice quest. And what you need to do is look at these solidified lava walls that you found previously. So, located around here. This one have to go down here. The first lava wall is here. Just by looking at them, you can tell whether or not it's going to be the one that you need. If you can see lava behind it, it's not the one that you're going to need. Okay, so that one is not the one that we're looking for. This one you can see does not have lava behind it. So that's the one that we're looking for.
This is the exit we've been searching for.
Let me just quickly check. Yeah, because that door you can't ever get out of. Okay. Yep.
This is the exit we've been searching for.
Okay, and this is going to take you outside. So you're going to be in cold conditions again, so if you want to reattune to
Starting to melt.
your boots
2 more hours to go.
or anything like that, then you certainly can.
Warm clothes.
Because you're gonna be frozen out here. Get my demonic wings back. And then you may need to destroy the cover, the destructible cover here, to give people access to this walkway here.
Solasta Evo. Solasta Evo. Solasta Evo.
Okay. So now I'll put everybody in cautious mode. Okay, so I don't need to be in cautious mode here.
Easy on your ankles.
Lisbeth, is that you?
Damn. Can't say if seeing you is good news or the opposite.
What are you doing here?
Getting my butt kicked, trying to get reinforcements.
Reinforcements against what?
Monsters. They're about to overrun Golden Tongue's caravan.
Let's go crash the party.
Follow me.
Okay, and now Lisbeth is part of your party. I'll slowly make my way up here. As you get closer, you're going to see what we're up against here.
Survivors in the corner. They need our help.
Okay, now we can see the peak terror here. we are here to help these people down here, but they're not in the fight. Okay, and the peak terrors won't go after them. Not that I've found. Anyway, let's get her up off the ground. Can't reach from there. Can't reach from there. Where's Rudi at? Okay, Rudi's next. Now that's not it.
A timely arrival.
We heard time was of the essence.
Lisbeth made it, I gather.
Yes, as it happens, we're old friends.
In the name of my people, many thanks.
Our pleasure.
What happened to you?
The Peak Terrors, they attacked just as we arrived. They caused an avalanche that washed away part of the bridge, and many of our people. We tried to enter the city, but with the tunnel blocked, we had to take refuge here, and then the monsters found us.
Well, you're safe now.
Uncle Galar was right about your strength. But what are you doing here?
We're just helping the clan. There's trouble in there.
Ah, say it. Perlivin and Etiven keep dithering,
It's possible they value their house more than the clan, yes.
forgetting the clan's pledge to maintain a safe path through the mountains. Kiskainen must assure all citizens can freely flow in and out of Tervamalin.
And with the election coming up,
If just one elector cannot access the ballot boxes, the election is none. Anyway, maybe the electors would choose someone from another house.
like House Golden Tongue. Sure. Why not?
If I can ever pass through this damn tunnel...
We repaired the lava flow.
So we need a good 8 to 10 hours for the ice to melt. Let's rest a while. Then you should find Kara and tell her what you learned. As regent, she must inform the electors, so they can vote in full responsibility.
And that's exactly what I need, is to be able to take a long rest here.
Didn't think you could do it.
Okay, so that's it. So let's go ahead and get our long rest done. Because, yes, we need to recover from those 2 deaths. And Gilmar is now with us. And we're gonna head back. Into the way that we came.
The ice has melted. This lava heat generator's really powerful.
And when I get back to White Rock City, I'm gonna stay at the tavern a few days. Well, I might not have to because of traveling. It might be gone. We'll see. Okay, so we're good in here. And yeah, that door is going to be locked. Okay, so... Oh. I have something over here that I didn't loot. Vanishing Smite is always nice. Okay, and I think that's it. Yeah, this is later. Okay, so let's head up. Okay, so let's see what our faction rep is here. Oh, actually, this is scavengers, right?
Well met, heroes of the Rift.
Well met.
I'm Grimhild Darkhead of Clan Golden Tongue. You must remember Galar. He told the old family about you.
Of course, we fought together in the marches.
Well, this is our humble trading house.
We haven't seen Gala for a while. How is he?
Galar is fine. He's on the road as always. But his nephew, Gilmar, well, his caravan went missing.
Did you go to the authorities?
Of course! The answer's always the same. The tunnel is blocked.
The one supposed to be heated by lava ducts?
Yeah, that one. Gilmar knows his roads. And the timing is suspicious, with the election in full swing.
We heard.
Sure. But what you don't know is that House Golden Tongue wants Gilmar to run. Since you're friends of the family...
You want us to go look for him?
If you could, we would owe you.
We'll see what we can do.
I thought I had already started this, but I guess I hadn't. We already finished that. That's the caravan that we just saved.
Can we stay here for the night?
Of course, my friends. Go inside and rest.
I'm gonna get rid of one more of those penalties that I have. Okay, so now they're gone. Because, yeah, we already completed that quest.
Well met, heroes of the Rift.
What do you have to sell?
So what is our... Okay, so we're getting a 30% discount here, so... Oh, am I still on... Yep. Let's go ahead and sell
Well
off
met,
some
heroes
stuff
of
here.
the Rift.
What do you have to sell?
Hey. need all of those bolts. Okay, so we'll just quickly go through these. You definitely don't need all those spell foci. I think this is just something I can sell. Yep. Same thing with the gold bracelets. Definitely don't need all these regular arrows. Okay, and last one. Trying to think here. Yeah, I'll keep that for now. I can think of one more encounter where I'm probably gonna have use of it. Okay, and that should be it. Okay, so we've got them looking out right now at different locations. And I did have a couple of crafting recipes. I think there was one more. Why didn't I sell those? Okay. Just sell these things again for, I don't know why,
Well met, heroes of
I
the
still had a
Rift.
bunch of that stuff in my inventory. We're almost
What do you
done
have to
here.
sell?
Yeah, don't know why I had. We don't need all the regular bolts either. We don't need these arrows. Okay. All right. So we need to go over here to the temple and talk to Kara. And we will save here.
My friends, I heard of your great deeds.
Well, we did our best to make the election possible.
The last missing electors are entering through the tunnel as we speak. As soon as the quorum is complete, I shall call upon them to vote and elect a new head for Clan Kiskainen. The candidates are Brodir Stillheart of House Perlevin, Voldy Boldhand of House Etivan, and Gilmar Goldentongue of House Goldentongue. Now, since you were witnesses during the recent unpleasantness,
A nice way to put it.
I would like to hear what you have to say about those who claim to lead our clan.
Your people will vote, not us.
It is my duty to inform the electors of the truth under Parkri's watch.
And here's the opportunity for you to tell everything that you learned about the various clans here and how suited they are to become the elector here.
Perlevin built a clandestine heat generator to preserve their garden, disregarding their duty to the clan.
Outrageous.
Etivan has been infiltrated by Soraks, and yet didn't want to face the truth. They only believe in profit.
Preposterous.
Perlevin agreed with local brigands to block the quarry and blame House Etiven at the expense of the workers in the Low City, who were terrorized and killed in skirmishes.
Shame.
Neither Perlevin nor Etivan took charge of the tunnel's maintenance, thus breaking the pledge of Kiskainen, and causing the death of many of Goldentongue's soldiers in the Caravan's attack.
Damn right.
We said all we had to say.
Many thanks for your testimony. May the Owl watch over you. It is time for Kiskainen Vartmakin to elect a chief, who will carry out the duty to name a speaker for the Pact of the Claw. Therefore, I respectfully ask our honorable friends, the heroes of the Rift, to leave us until the election is over.
Okay, so now we're up to Living Legend with them as well, and we need to return to White Rock City. So we look at our quest line here. We need to return to the capital, report our progress, and then we can head out to one of these two. We're going to head out west to the Old Bard, but first, let's head back to White Rock City. And for that, we need to head out here. Okay, White Rock City's right here. It's less than a day away. Okay. And of course we were going to get a fight here. At least we get the ambush. And we're fighting inside the house terrain, which is fairly straightforward. As long as we can deal with the druids. If the druids get their spells off... it didn't start us inside of the house like it normally does. It starts us out here. Okay, interesting. And we are spread out too. So the two druids are up here. M is way out front, which isn't necessarily a bad thing in this case, I don't think. Okay, I can hit the druids from here.
Arcana Enjo Minure.
Let's not knock them back. get Sharon up off the ground here. And I think I would prefer to quicken this. Instead of getting malediction.
Solasta, evil. Mummy. Got ya.
Okay, and then let's see if I can get
Solasta,
some damage
evil.
here.
Mummy.
Okay, we
Too
got a kill over
slow.
there. Okay, so I can get ranged attacks here. Let's turn off our weapon masteries.
I trained hard for this.
Okay, so he's paralyzed, so we're good for this turn. Oh, he already used his inventory action. That's right. Okay, well that's not necessarily an issue. Let's see if we can just paralyze a bunch more people.
Ha! Take that, you fiend!
Boy, they're just rolling really, really well.
More!
There's one. Okay. And now he's paralyzed. So let's just get up here. And drop darkness. Okay, looks like it's not going to be a problem. We should be able to eliminate the druid here on our next turn. Everybody else is taking the long way around to get to us. So definitely not worried now. And he's still paralyzed.
Arcana Evo. Almis.
Lucky.
There's a kill.
Perhaps.
Let's turn Repelling Blast back on. Turn Repelling Blast back on. Now we'll get Malediction out. Get pretty close to the kill.
Again! Harder!
Let's see, they're coming up here. Let's ready that attack. We'll drop M down here, get rid of the polar bear. I'll make sure to use a secondary attack.
You lose.
So now I can move in here. And that's not really how I wanted this to be. I made that mistake. I wasn't planning to use Rudi here, or M here. Okay, we can ready up a melee attack.
A modest success.
Okay, so there's one. Can he make it or not? No. None of them will be able to make it. So now I'll just sit here and ready up a bunch of attacks. Who's coming up next? He's not going to make it. So then who's next? This one? Yeah.
Solasta, evil.
You have them now.
Nice. And see what happens here.
That's battle.
Nice. Through a crit. Okay, let's go loot real quick. Get the druid armors. Be able to sell those. What did we get? Winter's Breath. And be sure to loot this one chest here. Alright, and then we'll get back on the road. And we're back. Now we won't be spending very long here in White Rock City before we head out. I do want to check my character sheets and see how close I am to leveling up as well.
Master Goodcheer. Clear skies, my friends.
We decided to compare our findings.
It's been very useful.
Good. On our side, we have 3 clan chiefs ready to vote.
About that, you'll need the 5 of them, yes. But not only.
Meaning what?
There is a precise ritual to link the speaker to the Palace of Ice.
Not just a vote, then.
We're looking into it, but it seems that it requires a particular item.
Let's hope we can find it in a shop.
It has a name, so it's probably a unique artifact.
I think it's the name of the speaker.
No, it's not. It's the name of the item.
I think I know my runes.
This is Manacallan code, not Dwarven runes.
We should probably leave you a bit more time to study.
The Guardian must gather the claws. It's a metaphor.
Dragons don't do poetry. We're talking about actual claws. Let's go.
Okay, so...
Hey, we have a new letter from Marshal Sunblaze. We should
do.
write him back, give some information about what we discovered.
So the new letter here talks about what we just did. However, also they fought and won a victory. Lord Denantar led the Spellblades, and some of his officers were Sorakath infiltrators. Not fully unexpected in the world that we live in. So looking at our journal, we now have the last 2 faction quests, and we're going to track the Elven settlements here. So let's head to the exit. Actually, before we do that, let's go shopping real quick. Because I think... So here I've got the armor I want. Okay, I've got the Cog of Co here, but I probably wouldn't mind changing that out. I didn't reload his ammunition. Or his... And I've got special armor. Yeah. Don't have... I would like to get him a better shield and better armor. I don't know as if we have better armor available to us right now. Let's see what we have. Okay, so I can buy a shield +3 here. Ooh, there is something I'm also saving up for. Because she doesn't have it, right? No, she does not. I don't think they sell full plate in here. I think they just sell half plate. Yeah. Half plate and breastplates. I think this will be okay. Yeah, I'll have 20,000 left. Okay. So we'll take a short rest here. We'll remove that attunement. And I guess we'll put back the gauntlets of ogre power. going to get Sharon crafting on the night hunt. We can craft 3 of these. Let's see if we can get him crafting as well, because we're going to have a bit of a trip in front of us here. Okay, because we're going to head all the way out here west to the Elven settlements. Okay, so 4 days. That's all good. Let's head out. And we're probably, well, didn't expect to get hit that fast, but we've got peak terrors and peak abominations here. I was expecting to get at least 1 long rest in there, but... So what's the terrain? Okay, so we're in the bottleneck cross. So 1 here, 2 down here. Okay, 3 down here. And there are the last 2. Okay, so south and the west, they're probably actually going to continue this way, if I have to guess. I don't think they're going to want to come down here through all of this, but let's focus on the south. They're closest. So we are... They can get attacked from up here.
I know kids who do that faster.
Okay. I'm not too worried about them making it in here to be able to get melee attacks. I'll bring out darkness next turn. Okay, so I can't see anybody from there. Let's move up. We should be able to kill this peak terror. I'm just going to throw 1 there. I can't see him. Can I move anywhere else? Nope. A bit of a waste, but we will get 1 kill here.
Again!
Sharon definitely going to get her up.
Solasta, evil! Mummies! Got ya!
Straight kill there. And then bring Rudi back. Put your weapon mastery back on for the second shot.
Not bad, eh?
Okay, now they should be dashing. Yeah, they're going to go around the north. What I expected. Oh no, they are coming from the east. Well, I can't tell. They got an even split here. Even split here. I think they're probably going to come from the north instead of the east. But we'll see. Either way, they're not going to be able to get to me on my next turn.
Well done.
Again, not too worried about darkness yet. Let's move over here. See if we can get rid of the terror. Really.
Arcana Encho Malmis.
He rolled a 20. Of course he did. Had a DC of 18, and he rolled a 20. Great. Should be able to kill the abomination. Well, get really close.
Solasta Evo.
Okay, now he's got a lot more hit points than I thought. Okay, so he's got Curse of Time. He does, so he's probably dead on his next turn. Can I move?
A palpable hit.
Okay. So I'll leave this abomination over here on his own. He's gonna die. So yeah, they are coming from the north.
Another
And he's
victory.
dead. So we'll put him on one side. Try Stunning Strike. I don't think with his constitution it's going to work, but
A telling blow.
nope. Oh, he rolled a 20 and a 19 on his 2 saving throws. Okay, we'll move a roll here. Yeah, we'll save that. We don't need to flourish. We will Divine Smite. We'll drop the other level 5. Oh, they're vulnerable to fire damage. Yes. Okay, that's good to know.
More.
But immune to cold damage. Okay. Actually, I didn't want to do that. We need to get down here. Cast Survival. Don't need to twin that.
Solasta Divo. Veribe.
between the two. So now, doesn't matter if whoever the Peak Terror, because the Abomination is going to die, but whoever the Peak Terror comes in and attacks, Rudi will get a hit.
That's bad.
Hey, yeah, this is its cold breath that it uses. Not really that serious.
Go to hell!
Okay, so good. Got their knowledge up. And I leveled up. Forgot to check and see what my level status was, but now I know. I was really close to leveling up. Because this is level 16. And level 16 is going to be a big deal. So let's light this up.
A little light is always welcome.
We'll have Sharon go get these. Easier for her to travel difficult terrain. Okay, and let's continue our long rest. And we'll do some level ups. Here it is. So again, because of the listing of stuff that we recovered here, we'll have to wait for the next level up for my bard and my paladin, but we can level up our monk. And again, straight monk, so level 16 here for him. We're going to get a bonus feat. And we're going to go to General Adept and Initiate, go to Fighting Initiate, and we're going to take Executioner. So this is both a feat as well as a fighting style. I don't think it's actually a fighting style in tabletop. I can't, it's one or the other. I don't think it's both. But this allows me to get the Executioner fighting style or feat here, which is going to add my proficiency bonus, which right now is +5, to damage against blinded, frightened, restrained, incapacitated, paralyzed, prone, or stunned creatures. Now this works great with the monk, especially the way of the Shadow Monk, because we fight in darkness all the time, so all the enemies are going to be blinded. So that's going to give me a +5 damage to every hit that I cause. And remember, with Flurry of Blows, that's 5 hits. 2 with my main weapons, and then 3 barehanded. So that's an additional 25 damage per turn that he can deal, assuming he hits all of his hits. But it also works very well because of Stunning Strike that monks have. If I can stun a target, I again now add damage, additional damage to that target, regardless of whether it's blinded or not. So it gives me a couple of different ways here to fight or to do additional damage against certain targets. This also synergizes really well with weapon masteries, because right now with the Warhammer weapon mastery on my paladin, I can knock enemies prone. And I also do additional damage against prone enemies. So this is just a huge damage boost for my monk, with his multiple attacks all gaining an additional straight +5 damage. Now with Sharon, I'm going to go Warlock again, and she'll be Warlock the rest of the way. This is now going to get her another bonus feat. Okay, so for our feat here, we have a couple of things that we can do. So Eldritch Adept is you learn one Eldritch invocation of your choice from the Warlock class. It basically gives us another invocation. So where we have one, we would now have two. And that's the way I'm going to go. Now it says when you gain a level, you can replace the invocation with another one from your Warlock class. I don't really want to do that. I just want to get me another invocation here. So now I have two that are available to me, and I'm going to reset them. And here, Bond of the Talisman is really nice when she gets into sticky situations where somebody comes up to try and melee her. So don't skip on Bond of the Talisman. It is a really, really nice pack to have. However, what we're going to do is now start customizing our Eldritch Blast. Eldritch Blast, we have Psychic Blast, which allows us to turn our force damage into psychic damage. We're now going to start working on other aspects of that. Radiant Blast is great. We're going to have a fight coming up that's going to be against undead, and being able to turn that into radiant damage, which they are vulnerable to, is a huge deal. And then we have Fiery Blast and Chilling Blast. We're going to get them both. We can only take one right now. But I would like to take Fiery Blast. The Peak Terrors and Abominations are vulnerable to fire damage. So now I can change my damage output type to customize it for the enemies that I'm fighting. And for my spells, I'm not going to unlearn anything here. And yes, I know. We'll resume and we will level them up on the next one. Okay, so she finished with that. We should be able to craft one more of those, I think. Yes. Oh, she finished it in one night. Okay, so now let's do the level up on our bard. Again, we're going to be full bard from here on out. So here we're going to get magical secrets. Magical secrets is kind of like Mystic Arcanum for the Warlock, in that we can choose a spell slot from any of the schools. Okay, so we're going to select one cantrip and one spell, and because here of Magical Secrets, whenever you reach a bard level and the prepared spells number in the bard feature table increases, you can choose any of your new prepared spells from the bard, cleric, druid, and wizard spell lists, and the chosen spells count as bard spells for you to use. Okay, so now when we go to select our cantrip, we can pick any cantrip in the game here. And there aren't a whole lot of cantrips that I'm extremely interested in down here at this level, except for guidance. And this is going to give me another person in the party to be able to swap guidance to. Instead of having to cancel out or lose concentration on malediction on Sharon all of the time. We're not going to unlearn any spells. And now for our class spells, again, any spell that is available to anybody, we can now pick. So, level 5 spells, there are some really good ones. Contagion is great, especially the Slimy Doom version, which I think is in here. Yeah, it's at the bottom. It's a touch spell, which isn't a problem for a melee-based bard. But once they're inflicted with it, and it lasts for a long time, but it doesn't really matter. It basically is going to last for the entire fight. So you drop this on big targets. Slimy Doom, this creature has disadvantage on Constitution checks and Constitution saving throws. In addition, whenever the creature takes damage, it is stunned until the end of its next turn. You can basically stun lock an enemy with this. It's a little bit OP, in my opinion. But there's something else here that really makes a swords bard fun, and that's Steel Wind Strike. So you flourish your weapon used in the casting and then vanish to strike like the wind. Choose up to 5 creatures you can see within range, and that range is within 6 tiles. Make a melee spell attack against each target. So it is a spell attack using my spell modifier, which is +5, same as my melee modifier. On a hit, a target takes 6d10 force damage. You can then teleport to an unoccupied space you can see within 5 feet of one of the targets that you either hit or missed. Okay, so it basically lets you strike multiple targets at the same time and then teleport yourself to any spot next to a target that you attempted to strike. Okay. Now, I don't use my spells very often with a Bardodin. I normally use them for my divine strikes, but here, this is something I'm going to be using. It's really cool to see it work. And now my Paladin. So again, we're going to be at level 8 Paladin here. That's going to give me a bonus feat. And there's only one real option for me here, and that's... Oh, I've already got Defensive Duelist. Okay, so then I guess... the... tough is... Is it tough or is it robust? It's tough. Your hit point maximum increases by an amount equal to twice your level when you gain this feat. Whenever you gain a level, your hit point maximum increases by an additional 2 hit points. So right now I'm at 160 hit points. Okay, once I finish this off, I'm at 208 hit points now. So that was a massive jump in hit points, basically a 25% increase in hit points for one of my frontline tanks. Okay, so we finished all of those. I don't know if we're going to get a second attack here or not. I have finished the Elven settlements in my personal playthrough, so it was a while ago. I can't remember all the aspects of it. Okay, so we did get another one. An Ice Golem. Okay, interesting. So, Ice Golems are all golems are gonna be immune to psychic damage. And we picked up the Fiery Cantrip, so I don't know if the Ice Elementals are vulnerable to fire damage or not. We'll find out. Okay, and please tell me we're elevated. Okay, good, we are. So the two ice elementals, where's the golem? Oh, the golem's got a long way to go. Okay, good. So I think what we're gonna do is leave him here. Which that elemental's gonna be coming in first? So we'll just ready up a melee attack here. Sharon, let's get her in a position where she can see him. This is going to put her kind of out by herself. So we'll see if the ice elemental wants to go after her. Okay, well I can leave her back here. Yeah, let's do this instead. Okay, so we're gonna get malediction. So again, until the spell ends, whenever you hit a target with an attack, you deal an extra 1d6 magical damage of the same type as the attack's damage. Okay, so if I change my Eldritch Blast here, because we definitely do not want Psychic. Okay, we don't want Radiant, so we're going to leave Fiery on. So now Malediction is going to do an additional 1d6 fire damage every time I hit, which is for 3 hits of Eldritch Blast. Okay, so the golem is not vulnerable to fire damage. Yes, is nominal damage output. So we'll remember that. And we'll see if the ice elementals are vulnerable to it or not. Don't like any of the positioning here. Well, let's move here. Okay, so this elemental's coming up first. Okay, so he went around to the right. Okay. Alright, so stepping in there against the ice elementals, they have an aura that I'm going to be taking damage when I'm in there. So let's get darkness up. Okay, and I'm going to move here. Okay, so yeah, see, I took 2 cold damage because of Heart of the Winter. And you see the additional 5 damage every time. Because it's blinded. And it failed that attack. Or it failed its saving throw. Okay, so let's see if the elementals here are vulnerable to it, and I don't want to repelling blast them. We'll quicken this.
Solasta evil.
They are vulnerable to it.
Solasta evil.
Oh, look at all that damage. Okay, so we're going to... I don't think I need this might.
Too bad.
Okay, now the golem here's got to make its way up. So he's going to come up here. So let's start making our way down here. Okay, we'll actually move her back one. So let's ready a melee attack here. We'll move the darkness first. Then we will move here. We will ready a melee attack. Sharon. Move up here. And it doesn't really matter what she's got. I don't think they're vulnerable to radiant. But you know, I might as well try. We'll turn off fiery, we'll turn on radiant, and we'll ready up a cantrip. Actually, I moved M1 too far. See where he goes.
Solasta evil. Malmis.
Damn it!
Yeah. I knew I moved him one too far. So, icy breath sucks. I mean, there's no way around it. Does 15 D8 in a cone out in front of you. But he's going to get seriously hurt now.
Well done.
And he's prone.
I trained hard for this.
I don't think I can kill him. No. Okay. So we're not going to have M do anything. Sharon is going to come down here. And change to guided survival.
Solasta Devo. Veribe.
And my bard should be able to end this. Or just throw a level 6 Divine Smite, why not?
Victory.
Victory is mine!
Okay, it doesn't look like I... Nope. Oh, I did. Okay, so I got more information about the ice elementals. Okay, and this chest here. And what you're seeing, this little lag that we're getting when we move, you're going to be seeing a lot more of that when we get into this next section. I think some of these environments cause a lag. It has nothing to do with graphic settings. I have set my graphic settings down to the lowest possible settings, and it doesn't have anything to do with it. It doesn't make any change. I think there's just certain aspects of the environment, especially with all this snow and everything that's happening, that cause certain areas to slow down like this. Because it's going to get real annoying in the Elven settlements, and you'll see why it's that way, because the Elven settlements are a beautifully crafted area. Yeah, I mean, look at that picture alone. Definitely a Sylvan elf settlement here, but there's a twist to that, which you'll see. Okay, and again, it's a beautiful environment, but it is going to be laggy when we move around.
This is it.
You can see it. Right,
Wonderful.
there is nothing I can do about that. Like I say, I have tried multiple different things to get that to rectify itself, and there isn't any way to do it. Okay, so we're going to be going across here and up here. We'll head up here first. And we're going to be coming back to this door. There's nothing we can do with it right now. Okay. But we do have a couple of things, and we'll just get Sharon to go get these. Is that it? Yeah. Okay, so what we can do is make this a little less uncomfortable is we'll move with people off the screen. So that way it's not as jarring. Okay, and again, another beautiful environment, but all the particle effects and everything else up here, I mean, it's flat gorgeous, but it's going to cause us some problems walking through here. Okay, so we've got a group down here. We need to get up here and talk to the elder up here. Let's drop a save. Because this one works a little weird. And I think it's Rudi that actually gets this check.
Clear skies, friend. We need to see your elder. What is this gibberish?
Okay, so no, it was M that got it. Okay, so now he's only got a 50% chance to convince in Elvish to let us pass.
Friend, this cannot wait. Your clan is in danger.
And he rolled well.
All right. The Elder will see you.
Thank you.
Now, if you don't pass that check, you can't walk up these stairs. Now, there's another way up over here. You can climb the vines. You can come across here and you can walk across to this area, climb up here, and be up here. Not entirely sure why that whole thing was laid out like that, or why that was a thing you have to do, but it is. But before we go up there, we'll just do some looting here. Because when you're moving just one character, it's not nearly as laggy. Okay, we have another chest up there, and the rest are over here, which we'll get later.
Master Sharp Mind, you're a busy person.
What brings you here in such a hurry, strangers?
The Pact of the Claw. Do you remember?
What about it?
You and the others must meet to elect a new speaker.
I don't have time for this.
The Pact is more crucial than you think.
Don't lecture me, youngling. I have survived the Cataclysm, the collapse of mana. I fought the war of sorrow. So don't tell me what is crucial.
Sorry.
My people are disappearing. Down in the forest. Something is taking them. If you want my help, you must prove yourselves. Find what happens to the foragers. This cannot go on. The mushrooms and roots that grow under the canopy are vital to us.
Monster hunting, eh? Fine. We'll secure the area in no time.
We'll see.
Okay, and that's gonna complete the old Bard quest and start investigate the disappearances, or in the Deep Forest quest. So let's do a couple of things here. Okay, so we can pick up a couple of scroll. Pulse Wave is nice. Okay, and this is where we're going to go eventually, but we're going to head over here first. Okay, because now we're in the store district and we have access to a scavenger outpost over here as well. Like I say, you can kind of see why this might be a little laggy in here. There's just so much stuff. Okay, another potion to comprehend languages. And I think, yes, there's one more chest here. And let's talk to Galfin Leafcutter here. Okay, so general store merchant for the Western clans. We don't want to sell anything yet because we don't have any faction rep with them. But we do have a scavenger outpost here. Okay, so both of these are completed. Storm Giant Camp and Ice Henge, so we did pretty good. What was the hand-drawn map from? Not entirely sure what we missed with the hand-drawn map, or why we didn't pick it up. And up here we're gonna have access to the inn. And in here we're gonna have some more stuff that we can loot. Okay, nothing really special. There is the next one. And do we have one more over here? We do. Right here. Oh, yeah, this is not that. This is the looting here. This is the box that you need to traverse from this area to this area without having to go around. Scorching Ray. Take that. So moving this will knock it down here. That allows you to climb up and down here to get into this area from here instead of having to go the long way around. Okay, now you can rest here if you would like. We're not going to. We need to get back down to here. Once we get out of here and head down, it won't be like this. And like I say, I have tried every setting under the sun. I have tested this multiple different ways. Oh, no. That's not where I needed to be. I need to be in the ruins. But I can fast travel to that. Yeah, it's right here. Not down the other side. No, not down that elevator, but here. This was closed off previously, but there's a ladder here. Be heading down. Okay, so I'm going to go into cautious mode here and kind of make my way around here a little bit. There's a lot of stuff that I can, or a lot of searchables down here that you can pick up. And then we're going to head up this way. Okay, now I'm going to stop right here. I'm going to take M up. Start to see some skeletons, so you know things are not going to be good. And yeah, we have some zealots and some winter wolves that are feeding on these skeletons. So let's get Sharon up off the ground. Oh. For some reason I control click there. Okay, so I probably can't get malediction at that range. I can't. Winter wolves and zealots. Try fire damage. Okay, so was anybody vulnerable to fire? Sharon deals more damage to the, oh, that was with Agonizing Blast. Yeah, nobody's vulnerable to fire. We're going to bring up darkness because the zealots are gonna burrow right into the middle of us. still have repelling blast on? We do. Okay. Wow, I only hit one of those. Okay, so I will Divine Smite. We'll end that. Dude just got one-shotted. Okay, so I know that we're not vulnerable. Let's try Radiant. I don't think they're vulnerable to any of these. Let's get Malediction up.
What went wrong there?
Solasta, Evo,
Yeah, not vulnerable. But it's doing full damage, so we'll just leave it where it is. Okay, is Rudi in the middle? Yes. Okay, we will ready a melee attack there.
I trained hard for this.
Oh, missed. Killed his zone zealot to do damage to me.
What?
Okay, so let's see if we can get rid of this winter wolf here. There's a crit.
Die!
Okay, I can't reach that zealot, but let's try and get rid of this other winter wolf. I don't like that AoE breath attack.
You like that?
Okay, monk OP. And now let's drop some divine smites here. Wow. Couple of misses there. We're gonna take a short rest after this, so we'll use our action surge.
A palpable hit.
Okay, there we go. Okay, and now up here, it's a little confusing and a little bit hard to see what you're going to be doing up here. you kind of have to pay a little close attention.
What's with all the dead animals?
I guess it means we're getting close. By all the gods, what stench!
Okay. And here is our loot goblin for this particular location. Okay, nothing really spectacular. Okay, now you can see from the map, we still need to get up here, and that's here. The way up is this. Right here. Whoops. Couple of lootables. And then we'll head into the cave. Okay. Now I'm immediately going to go into cautious mode because this cave, I want to drop a save. I'm going to do this I'm going to do this differently than I did in my personal playthrough. And I can't remember who gets this check. So I think it might be him. We'll see. If not, we can reload it.
Hold it.
Who are you?
My name does not matter. You are unwelcome here.
Okay, so it's M insight. But then I do have a deception check, or I have an intimidation check. Rudi speaks Draconic. Okay.
Come on. We just want to ask you a few questions.
It's never just questions.
Do you know what happened to the settlers who disappeared?
The area is full of monsters.
Including you?
I'm protecting friends. A mother and her child.
Your friends are killing the locals.
A mother needs to eat.
This can't end well. The elves are numerous. They'll come in force.
Okay, and that gives Rudi a persuasion chance here.
Your friends should go to avoid bloodshed.
All right. We'll find somewhere else.
It's the right thing to do.
Okay, so taking the persuasion option is going to get you 6,500 XP. Okay, so that's a big chunk of XP here. Now, so we have a red feral dragon here. If you start this fight, you're going to get a red feral dragon and a green feral dragon. I believe the green feral dragon pops in back here or something. And you'll be fighting Callista. She's not that hard. She's challenge level 4. But there's a chest back here. Now the chest has a unique light crossbow in it, I believe. And I'm going to drop a save here. Because here's what we're going to do. I'm going to show you what this fight is like, but then I'm going to immediately reload it and not have the fight. I don't think that me letting her go has any other consequences later on. I don't think we get any benefits from it. So in that case, it would be best if you can convince them to leave and then still have the fight. Well, how do you still have the fight? Well, that's easy. You try and loot the chest. That's really what it is. So if you loot the chest, you're going to start the fight. So what I would like to do is kind of
a crude trap.
Pre-position here, if I can. Okay, and Sharon. I'm gonna move up here. I'm gonna have M disarm this trap.
Piece of junk.
Okay. And as soon as you open this, you're gonna get into a fight. So you can see a green feral dragon pops in, and where is she at? She hasn't shown up yet. Yeah, she hasn't shown up on the battlefield yet. So let's see if we can get rid of the red feral dragon here.
Seems effort.
Actually, I want to be opposite sides here. Minimize who can get hit with the breath weapon. Because he's going to throw the breath weapon. There's no doubt about it. We'll try and stun, but dragons have huge constitution, so the chances are minimal.
Bleed.
Yep. But again, every one of these is an execution, so I'm getting 5 bonus damage on every one. Okay, and we're gonna move Rudi here again to minimize how many people get hit.
Nice move.
Should have taken my short rest, I forgot. Okay, so he's going to get an attack here. It's going to be a breath weapon. Oh, he's moving. Well, that was a mistake. That was a mistake. So Green Dragon is poison based. Rolled a bunch of ones there. Okay, there she is.
last
Missed
blow
2 of
matters.
those. This is probably going to hurt. I think we will do this. The crit. And another one. Now if he uses breath weapon, it's against a really high dex enemy.
Not bad, eh?
Okay, keep Sharon up. It's separated. I just did a normal attack. Wow. Okay. I'm gonna have to suck up another round. We'll see what happens here in a second, though. Okay, let's move the darkness. Okay, so that was as far as I could move it. Is going to invoke an attack of opportunity, but I need to get back here somewhere. That should be good enough. Rudi can get up next to him. Well, pretty close anyway. Sharon needs to get down here. Cast guidance.
Solasta, Devo, Zeribe.
Okay, and now she will finish the dragon off.
Solasta, Evo, Valmi.
did I miss?
She didn't. There's... Oh no. Just moved in and again, normal attack. Why is it not blinded though?
Huh?
Okay, and that gets you a whole nother big chunk of XP. You get 1950. Looking to see. Yeah. So you get another 1950 XP for killing them. So that is a big chunk of XP toward level 17. Okay. I'm not going to do that. I did the... Oh, and we can go over here real quick and we can look at the loot. So you'll know what it is. You can decide for yourself if you want to do this or not. I'm going to reload this and not have the fight. I'll take the 6,500 XP. So you're going to get a rare piece of armor. Oh, the Magnificent. So it looks like we got a... I think that's a +2 longbow. And you're going to get a Magnificent crossbow. So we'll pull these up. The crossbow here's the only one that's guaranteed. The hide armor +2 is random. This is either a +2 or +3 longbow. Yeah, it's a +2 longbow. So let's identify the crossbow here. And this is Decadence. Now, Decadence again requires attunement, which is different than the Whiteburn heavy crossbow. But the attunement only ignores half cover when making ranged weapon attacks. So you can still get all the other benefits of this without an attunement. The real benefit of this is that 1, it's a +3 attack weapon. 2, it does +3d6 fire damage, but it inflicts on fire. So just like when you get hit by fire elementals and you become burning, that's what this does, and you take 1d6 damage every turn until you save to negate it. Okay? So it's a pretty good weapon to have. There's no doubt about it. And you don't really need to attune it. You're just going to ignore half cover when making ranged weapon attacks. But all the +3, the on fire, all that sort of stuff is still going to remain. So you can make the decision if that's what you want to do. I am not going to. I'm going to keep her alive. I killed her and took the crossbow in my personal playthrough. I want to leave her alive and just verify that she doesn't show up with dragons in tow later on at some point to help us out for something. So I'm going to leave them be here because we still completed the action. Oh, there's the green trail dragon right there. We completed the quest. So let's head back up.
There was another dragon.
Talk to the elder. And I may actually come back down there afterward and see if they're gone, and I can loot that chest. That's something I didn't think about either.
It's done. The area is cleared.
Really?
Not really. If you agree to forbid foraging during the day, there'll be no more hunting.
You made a deal with dragons?
So you knew there were dragons?
I suspected so. Anyway, you did well. My people will only forage during the night. Alas, I need your help again.
Why am I not surprised?
I would gladly go to meet the other clan chiefs and move for a vote, but I can't leave the settlements right now.
Why not?
Some young elves are stirring up trouble with dreams of racial supremacy.
What?
Fools. And some of them worse. They believe the Manakalan way should be restored.
Send them to the new empire then.
This is no laughing matter. The slavery, the hate, the cleansing. They don't even believe it.
Who taught them this?
That is a good question. Some foul influences at work.
Soraks?
Maybe. Everyone is on their toes. Since the war, anyway. I need you to bring me back something. Nearby is the ruin of an elven residence. And a mausoleum built for an elf woman. Bring me back her ring.
You want us to rob a tomb?
She would approve. If it can stop this Manakalan folly.
We'll see what we can do.
Okay, and that's going to complete the deep forest, and it's going to start Lost in the Ruins. Okay, now we saw this a little bit earlier as we have access to the ruins here. We're going to stop at the Golden Perch Inn first. Take a long rest. Here is our access to the ruins. Yeah, see, something is now changed about the game because I'm no longer getting the lagginess up here. So, don't entirely know. Okay, so down here, we're going to get into one big fight now, and then something a little bit later. I'm going to keep to the high ground because you just saw it. There's a shambling mound, a troll, a Badlands bear, and a couple of Badlands dryads down here. Okay. I would prefer see if I can catch one of the Badlands dryads here. There's that one up there. come on around here. Disappeared. I'm hoping I can pause this when the dryad comes out. Okay. Right there. Can't hit it from there? That's a little strange. Okay, let's do it a different way then. We'll bring Rudi back. Don't think this matters, but I want to change to fire for like the shambling mound and that sort of stuff. And since we cut our live stream, or we didn't have the fight at the end last week, I'm going to go long today and have the fight here. So let's see if I can hit anything I can. Because I'm not too worried about them reaching melee distance here. Actually, what's here? Yeah. Within range. Yeah, not within range. Okay. Not within range of anybody, so let's ready a melee attack. Now the Badlands Dryads, you want to focus. They're spellcasters. Everybody's bunching up nicely, though. That's way too tempting a target. This does 8d8. This does 8d6, plus they get disadvantages on their attack rolls. Ooh, I can quicken that too. And I'll be able to get everybody with this. Okay, that did some good damage. And almost all of them failed their saving throw. Have muddled mind. So for that they have minus 1d6 on attack rolls and on any of their ability checks. Yeah, they all failed it. Now trolls can regenerate hit points, except they can't regenerate hit points caused by fire damage. Okay, so that was a boatload of damage that she threw out there. Now for this, I probably want to get darkness up now. Spike growth. Oh, venomous spike. Okay, so let's focus the dryads. I'll quicken this. I'll throw one here and two here. Then I'll throw it again. See if we can get rid of the spellcasters here. Perfect. Nice. Love it. So he's blinded.
Bleed!
So executed. I think I'm just going to let him come to me. So we will ready melee attack. See what the troll does here. Comes right in, gets both of them. We'll drop one here. Then we'll... I don't think we actually need to. We didn't. The shambling mound is finally trying to come in here. We definitely want to focus it. We should be able to kill both the bears here. So he's failed again against the static. Okay, so with the shambling mound, let's see don't think we can hit it from here. We can't. So let's drop 1 there. 2 here. And that kills them both. And I see him, I can't. So we'll wait for him to come in. I am not going to go out there and meet him. There's no way. Push him back.
Come on, you can do better.
There you go. Shambling mounds can't move a whole lot. So let's make sure that we have all of our repelling blasts on. And I can afford to move up with her a little bit. Can I get malediction out? Yes. Okay, so he's resistant to fire damage. Okay. I thought he was vulnerable to fire damage, but he's resistant to it. Around the corner, gets pushed back again.
A modest success.
And that's exactly what you want to do. He's got an aura about him that you do not want to have a piece of. And I do not want to kill him. So let's ready a cantrip. Doesn't matter what M does. Doesn't matter what Rudi does. And I'm going to cast Guidance. M here. And we should immediately get a reaction as soon as he moves. Knocks him up, killed him straight out. Okay, so I didn't get anything on the shambling mound. Oh. Rolled a 2. Perfect. Okay, so we'll do a little looting here. Sharon will take the scrolls. Got a bunch of things we can pick up here. So we'll loot this real quick and then we'll head up. Okay, so down here, we're going to have another fight. And we are not going to have that fight today. just go open up the map a little bit. There's this door. You can't get in there yet.
And another one. No surprise there.
Do you think they're here for us?
Or rather, for each clan in the Pact of the Claw. Doesn't make any sense.
Okay, and the... I wonder if M... Can he get up here? Oh yeah, everybody can. Because the ladder. Okay. Okay, and that's going to be a good point for us to drop a save and end the live stream for today. There is one more big fight that we have to have, and it is down in here. 2 ways to get to it, by either staying on the ground, coming around down this way, or staying up top and coming around up here. Now, I'm going to do both, because you cannot trigger the fight from up here. You have to trigger the fight from down low. You basically walk into an ambush and they spawn on you. So I'm going to keep a lot of my party up here out of the way while I focus on one enemy that's all the way back here, and then try and keep my distance from the rest of them as best I can. But that's going to be for next week. So, as always, thank you all for being here. I'm glad you were able to come along on the stream today. And again, we started off with a fight and we ended with a fight, which I know is what y'all like to see. So next week we're going to continue on here with this quest and one more quest after this to complete the Western clans, and then we're going to head over to the Caravan border on the east and work our way through the Eastern clans faction quests. So a lot of stuff for us to do as we work our way toward early access for Solasta 2 in March. So stick with us. We got a lot to do here. So again, thank you for the support. My channel members and my subscribers, thank you very, very much for that. I certainly appreciate it because, as I always say, without your support, none of this would be possible. This is Commander Jarval saying until next time, fare thee well.